Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today made startling allegations that they bribed Raila Odinga to accept or to abandon the demonstrations. And he's saying that the ongoing talks are just but a mere formality and nothing will come out of those talks. He was in Ukambani in one of the funeral ceremony of Kawaya's father, I think, and they turned, as always, that occasion into a political podium, and he really urged the Ukambani people to join them. And the manner in which he is trying to sell the policies of Kenya Kwanza is full of intimidation and threats, indirect threats and intimidations. And I wonder if that is how they are going to campaign to acquire more people in Kenya Kwanza. And I've also realized that if there is something that is giving the Kenya Kwanza team sleepless nights, it is how they can get Kalonzo Musyoka. Because they know too well that the day they succeed in plucking Kalonzo Musyoka from Azimio, then it will be very difficult for Raila, for the center bolt to hold, because Kalonzo has got several members of parliament. He controls quite a number of votes, and together with the other leaders, they really make a formidable force. I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua's speech, and you will agree with me that if there is one person who has got no boundaries, one person who does not respect his age, one person who does not respect his office, it is our deputy president.
Mulifuata hii mzee mara 3 ameanguka. Munafuata yeye kila mwaka anaanguka. Hakuna barabara amejenga hapa, hajakuja kanisa, hajatoa sadaka, hajachagia kina mama. Akija tu anasema takribil, munapigia yeye kura. Every year we don't understand you. But for once this community has dignified itself kwa kukataa kwenda kwa maandamano ambaye hamuelewi. Hii mazungumzo yanaendelea, inaongozwa na Mheshimiwa Kalonzo. Hapo hakuna kitu mongoje. There is nothing for you to eat from there. Sasa 2018 Raila alienda handshake na Uhuru Kenyatta. Hakumwambia Kalonzo, hakuenda na yeye, akaenda akatengeneza deal yake na Uhuru Kenyatta, wakamalizana. Project zote alitoa kwa Uhuru akapeleka kwao. Kuna project aleta hapa Ukambani? Lakini nyinyi hata hatuelewi nyinyi. Baada ya kufanyia nyinyi hiyo, tena mkamfuata tena, mkaanguka na yeye. Nao ametafuta rais juzi. Hakuja na Kalonzo. Hakuna mambo ya Kalonzo aliongea mambo yake. Yes. Hakuna kitu ya Kalonzo alitaja, aliongea mambo yake, ya mtoto wake, ya bibi yake na watu yao. Sasa hii mazungumzo ametuma Kalonzo. Pale kwa agenda hakuna maji ya Ukambani, hakuna bolea, hakuna barabara. Kwa hiyo mazungumzo nini iko hapo nini Wakamba? Kwa hiyo mazungumzo. Mambo ya saba ni yenu. Ni yenu hiyo. What is Kalonzo talking there on your behalf? Amepatiwa agenda na Raila. Akitengeneza agenda na Uhuru na Ruto hakuweko. So Kalonzo ameambiwa kwenda sukuma hii mazungumzo. Sasa hii mazungumzo nyinyi, nauliza nyinyi Wakamba, nyinyi mmesoma, what is it all about? Mimi nauliza ni ya nini? Sasa Kalonzo, kiongozi wa heshima ya Wakamba, mtu amesoma, a doctor, mtu ya sheria, amepewa agenda kwenda kuzungumza mambo ya kuzunguka round. Huyu Raila hakuna kitu anatafuta. Alitaka tumpatie serikali nusu mkate, tukasema hakuna. Alitaka ati handshake, tukamwambia hakuna. Asema apatiwe ambassador 3, tukamwambia hakuna. Tukasema ukitaka pesa kidogo ya kukula we can discuss. Ukienda nyumba aende akiedanga. And nothing will come out of those talks. Is a waste of time. I am telling you as Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. So nyinyi Wakamba, mungoje hiyo mazungumzo, mtakuja kutafuta sisi, because there is nothing. Ile mazungumzo ya maana ni vile mumeshikana kwa hii mambo ya Kawaya. Mshikane na Wavinya na MPs yenu, mkuje tuketi na nyinyi na rais tuongee mambo ya Ukambani. Finished. Na nyinyi mumechaguliwa na watu. Mkuje tuongee mambo ya maji, tuongee mambo ya barabara, tuongee mambo ya bolea, tuongee mambo ya masomo. Sasa ile mazungumzo Kalonzo wametumwa, hakuna kitu hapo ya kuzungumza. Raila tayari atasema mambo yake. Alimalizia Mombasa. Hii ni mambo tu ya kuzungusha wa Kenya. Kuzungusha wa Kenya. There is nothing.
If you scrutinized the speech, that speech very well, you'll understand that, number one, there is this fear, even though Raila said it very many times that he does not want nusu mkate. The people of Mount Kenya, the leaders of Mount Kenya, are still not convinced. They still doubt that there could be a possibility of Raila getting into serikali. And I don't know, that really gives them sleepless nights. It's haunting them. That's why together with Ndindi Nyoro and Kimani Ichung'wah, they keep on ranting about, there's nothing going on. But if you ask me, I also believe that nothing will come out of those talks. But if there is something that would make me support the dialogue, I know there could be a ceasefire. That is the only thing that can come out of there. There is going to be some ceasefire because very many people were killed on the streets. And I know this can happen. But if it's about things like dishing out of position and all that, that will not take place here. When William Ruto met Chris Coons, Rigathi Gachagua was not there. And when you listen to him saying that when Raila met Uhuru Kenyatta, he didn't go with Kalonzo. Neither did Uhuru go with his deputy president, because many a times a deputy president has got his fears, unfounded fears that are neither here nor there. If today William Ruto sits one-on-one with Raila Odinga to discuss the affairs of this country, how to achieve peace and tranquility, the deputy president cannot be there because according to them, they will be thinking of succession politics. Because Rigathi Gachagua still believes that if Raila joins, leave alone joining the government, if Raila agrees to work with Ruto today, if there is something that they fear is the fact that, if you look at Raila Odinga, Raila seems to be preparing to hand over the baton to someone. And they know that kind of constituency that Raila holds and controls. If today, for example, Kalonzo decides or Raila hands over this baton to Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua understands very well that there are people from Mount Kenya who will vote for Kalonzo Musyoka. You see, they have always sold this fear. Raila ni ile kama scarecrow ya kushtua ndege shambani. It has been a scarecrow. They go and tell people Raila ni mbaya, and people have always bought that. Now, if you hand over the baton to Kalonzo Musyoka, there are people in Meru, in Embu, and in Mount Kenya who will vote for Kalonzo Musyoka. And this is something that they really fear. And they know that maybe Raila might just decide that they form a formidable force and they say, tufanye kazi pamoja and Kalonzo ako ndani. In politics, you never rule. And the deputy president knows very well that if today Raila and his people decide that now let us work together, that will be the end of Rigathi Gachagua. They seems to be obsessed with this idea that you must go to State House, sit down and arrange for developments. I mean, hii ni siasa ya kitambo sana. Imepitwa na wakati. Today, for example, he's telling them that they should be talking about matters water, because he reckons that Ukambani is such a dry place. They want to talk about matters education and all that. If they have realized that they know the predicaments of Ukambani, we have got leaders. The best that they can do is to ensure that the county, the devolution county money that is supposed to come from the national government to the county level should be released on time, so that people like Wavinya and Ndeti, instead of going to beg from the national government, let them do that which the constitution requires, so that you avail money in good time so that they can continue their development agendas. This this idea of going to State House and begging and taking photos ilikuwa wakati wa Moi, and it seems that Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto are still engrossed in the past. They still want to be worshipped. No one is telling Ukambani kujeni, tuongee, tupange. There is nothing to plan. All Kenyans are taxpayers. And so if you want to make others beg in their own country, this is something that is very, very wrong. And this matter of chest thumping every day does not help at all, because this regime, and especially our deputy president, behaves as if he is the first ever deputy president, and maybe will be the last person to be the deputy president. After him, there will be no any other deputy president, or before him, we've never had any deputy president. And he speaks with a lot of confidence. Yet when you listen to him and you look at his office, you wonder what is wrong. And I know that there is that fear factor, what we call unknown, fear of the unknown. He's just wondering what will happen if at all these people can sit together and talk. The Mount Kenya people are talking about 1 shilling, 1 man, 1 vote. Yet Rigathi Gachagua is here making noise about nothing will come out of those talks. Instead of championing for that which will help his constituents and his people, he's there ranting and making a lot of noise. And while he was doing this, bandits were killing people in Lamu. And you wonder, instead of all these politics, why can't they just sit down and tackle the predicaments that Kenyans are going through? Ladies, if you ask me, let's wait and see what will come out of those talks. And what if those talks go the way Rigathi Gachagua does not want? Atashikwa na high blood pressure, ama what will happen? We need to tone down on these political rhetorics and acquire at all cost peace and tranquility in our country.